What's going on, guys? Ben J Gaming here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new video. So this is kind of a surprise video for you guys, but I just wanted to come on here and talk to you about some more news that I've heard over the past week and a bit since I made the rumors and speculations video. There's some stuff that I've heard after that video that I couldn't include there because obviously I recorded that beforehand. But yeah, I just want to come on here and give you guys some news that I've heard and over the last few days and the last week. You guys will be seeing this on Canada Day, July 1st. Happy Canada Day to you guys. I'm recording this on Tuesday, June 30th. So we are roughly, I'll get into this a little bit later, but I have a feeling we're roughly about 2 weeks out from the official NHL 27 reveal. But yeah, let's get right into it. So we've got another NHL 27 news update today, and honestly, it's been a pretty interesting week. I've had several conversations with people over the past week, and while none of this has been confirmed by EA Sports themselves, some of the information lines up surprisingly well. So as always, take everything with a grain of salt until EA officially reveals the game. Let's get right into it. So let's start with the biggest topic, the reveal timeline. But from the conversations I've had, the consistent message has been, don't expect anything this week. It could be next week, the week after. Now, that doesn't mean nothing is happening behind the scenes. If anything, it could simply just mean that marketing is already planned and everyone is waiting for the scheduled rollout. So while it's definitely a little frustrating as fans, it also makes me think we're getting closer. Now, this next part is my own prediction based on everything I've heard. This is not confirmed by EA. If I had to guess, I think we could see a short teaser on a Friday. If I look at my calendar here, I'm thinking it could be Friday, July 10th. We could see a teaser, and then followed by the full reveal trailer the following Tuesday, which would be July 14th. Again, this is just my speculation based on the information I've gathered. EA could reveal the game earlier, or they could reveal it later, or they could follow an entirely different marketing strategy. Who knows? You know, it's up to them. If you guys heard in my last video, they got bought out last year, so they are now a privately owned company. They got bought out for about $55 billion, and that deal is supposed to be completed today, June 30th. But that's just what I saw on Twitter today from Mike Straw. It's not confirmed by any means. So yeah, I'm thinking that we could see our first piece, our first little teaser at the game in a week and a half. So on Friday, July 10th, and then the next Tuesday, the 14th, we could get our first trailer, the reveal trailer. And then I have a feeling that they will drop the deep dives on a weekly basis. So a week after that would be Tuesday, July 21st, and then July 28th, and then it'll go into August. And the release date of the game, I have a feeling that it could be September 11th for the standard edition. The Ultimate or the deluxe edition would be September 4th because there was a little leak by EA Play a couple weeks ago where they accidentally revealed that September 4th is the 10-hour trial start date. So we'll see what happens. They could change that just because it got leaked, but you never know. Next up, probably the biggest rumor surrounding NHL 27 right now. I've continued hearing that NCAA hockey is expected to be a part of NHL 27 at launch rather than arriving later as downloadable content. There have been a few people on Twitter, Vasi roster updates, Thrash94, a couple other people have mentioned that if it is indeed coming, it might come as a mid-year update instead of at launch. And I've also heard that this feature has reportedly been in development for multiple years. Now, until EA officially confirms NCAA hockey, this should absolutely be treated as a rumor and not confirmation. But it has become one of the most consistent topics I've been hearing about recently. If it ends up being true, this could easily be one of the biggest additions in the series, or to the series, like in years, probably since NHL 14. Now let's talk about the cover athlete. I've heard some discussion around potential cover athletes, but honestly, nothing I've heard is solid enough for me to confidently report. My speculation, Macklin Celebrini or Connor Bedard, those are my two biggest sort of guesses because they're just young. EA tends to go with the young players in the last few years. 24 was Makar, 23 was Trevor Zegras, 25 was the Hughes brothers, and 26 were the Kachuk brothers. They weren't that young, but Brady's they're leaning towards the younger players. Rather than throw out names that may end up being completely wrong, I'd rather just wait until EA officially announces the cover athlete. At this point, I think that's the most responsible approach. Presentation continues to be the area I'm hearing about the most. The conversations I've had continue to point towards improvements involving broadcast presentation, overlays, atmosphere, TV style immersion, and overall presentation quality. Exactly how extensive those changes are, we simply don't know yet until we hear official confirmation from EA. But presentation continues to come up over and over again, which I'm extremely excited about. That has been the biggest focus of my wish lists since I started doing the wish list in NHL 20, I believe. Another interesting thing, the website for NHL 27 has been getting updates behind the scenes on the back end coding and stuff for the last week or so, and it appears to have been completed. So if that's accurate, it could simply mean that the website is now prepared for whenever EA decides to begin its marketing campaign. Yeah, so where does this all leave us? Personally, I'm more excited than I was a few weeks ago. Not because I suddenly believe every rumor, but because the overall picture seems to be getting clearer. We've had multiple conversations pointing towards a reveal timetable. We've continued hearing about NCAA hockey. Presentation keeps coming up, and it feels like we're finally getting close to hearing directly from EA Sports themselves. Of course, until EA officially reveals NHL 27, everything we've talked about today should be treated as rumors, speculation, and personal predictions, not confirmed information. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you think we're finally getting close to seeing NHL 27, to hearing about it? What feature are you hoping to see the most? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's update, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll keep you posted as soon as we get more official NHL 27 news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.